Welcome to the 2 weeks one-shot Halloween Extravaganza Spooktacular Adventure. For the whole month of October, we will be releasing a special one-shot adventure with Brian, aka Helix Missionary, at the helm, and a variety of special guests. So sit back, relax, and don't worry about the masked figure standing right behind you.
So I'm sure it's the question on everyone's mind, but it does need to be asked. What's your favorite scary movie?
Okay, look, I come in here, I make a little like goof a doof, a little bit, but I'm gonna be real with you here.
Okay.
My favorite scary movie, original Nightmare on Elm Street, that very first one.
It's a good one.
Ooh, good soundtrack.
It's a good one.
You get baby Johnny Depp in there. You get no other actor whose career went on to do anything aside from Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And baby Johnny Depp gets the best death, where he gets like blendered to death and then all his blood shoots out from the bed up to the ceiling.
Ooh, that's good.
Very good stuff.
And that's why he becomes Edward Scissorhands. That makes sense.
It's pretty cool. Freddy Krueger gets him, and then he takes on Freddy Krueger a little bit, but also moves to the burbs.
He takes him under his wing.
I thought that was the plot of Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
They're basically the same movie. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Edward Scissorhands are the same film.
I'm going to disappoint everyone by saying I don't have a favorite horror movie because I'm a giant weenie and I don't like them.
Oh,
Good thing you're here.
Good thing we're playing this game.
Yeah.
Right? But I think the one I remember the best, Jeepers Creepers, fucked me up as a kid
Oh.
when I watched that by accident, so probably that one.
You know what? Super good. That whole beginning part where it's the guy chasing him in the truck. Ooh, amazing. And then when it turns into a demon man that eats people to regenerate his body, went a little off the deep end there.
Yeah.
That whole first half is ooh.
Well, that's because Jeepers Creepers and The Mummy Returns are the same movie.
Well, and The Mummy also. He does kind of the same thing.
All of my favorite horror movies aren't horror movies. They're like thrillers or adventure movies.
Well, what do you got? Hit me with one. I said scary movie. It doesn't have to be a horror movie.
That's true.
Okay, well, I mean, I do like The Mummy, and I don't know that it's super scary, but I think when I was younger, it's scary. I will say I showed my young brother-in-law's Indiana Jones, the Holy Grail, and that thing's scary. Like, you don't remember it, but you watch it, it's scary for a kid.
I thought you were about to say my young child for a second, and there was no way that statement ended well.
Yeah, I showed my 6-month-old Raiders of the Lost Ark.
He won't remember. He hasn't developed consciousness yet.
Brian's right.
Gosh, I've watched Suicide Squad with my baby. I've watched
that's a good one.
Justice League.
He loves King Shark.
We did a lot of rated R stuff lately.
Quality.
Alternatively, does the movie Deep Blue Sea count with the killer, like, super shark? Does that count as a horror movie?
Sure.
Hell yeah, it does.
Yeah. On that, I think one of the scariest movies I have ever seen, I have to say, Titanic. Horrifying. Horrifying. It's 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. You never see the glacier coming. It's such a surprise. You know, you think you're watching a beautiful romance. You think Leo is going to finally find love. But no, the ice is the antagonist.
What a twist.
Who knew?
Who knew? And that's why we've been fighting ice all these years with industry.
I'm pro global warming, for sure. I don't want to lose another Leo.
Because of Titanic?
I don't want anybody else to have to lose their love because of a piece of ice.
Pro global warming and pro reinforced doors. They can float, damn it.
Yeah. Also, yeah. I mean, that woman, she could have scooted.
Oh, the surface area.
I mean, that's the horrifying part, right? I mean,
yeah.
She had the chance and she didn't. She could have scooted. She didn't scoot.
So, Harold, here's the question. When they complete the new Titanic, would you take a trip?
Are you talking about they're making a new Titanic, the boat, or Titanic, the movie?
Yeah, they're making a new boat.
Oh.
Based off the original.
Titanic 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No. Fuck no. I mean, one, cruises are dumb. And two, why would you want to remake something that sucks? I mean, okay, all right, you know, all right, Hollywood, okay, it makes sense. Titanic 2, the movie, after they make Titanic 2, the boat, is going to be amazing. I'm sure it's going to be an awesome movie.
I wonder how that one will sync. Yeah, my favorite scary movie is probably The Thing.
Ooh, good.
That's a good one.
Again, a thriller, but it's got some good jumps, some great practical effects. Yeah, that's a good one.
Man, so much melting bubble gum.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Russell, man, doing the same thing for years.
That hair. Yeah, that initial scene with the dog and they put it in the kennel and then they come back to check on it. It's like, oh, gross. Gross.
The best part of it is that if you speak the language, I think it's Norwegian, right? They're shouting it's not a dog.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they actually are. So Norwegian audiences would have a leg up on us.
Has anybody ever seen The Blob?
No, I have not.
No.
I've never seen that one.
I have seen The Blob.
I saw the old one.
The old one is good. The old one is very good.
That was pretty creepy for something that old. Yeah.
The original Blob, at the very end, they shoot the Blob to the North Pole into the polar ice caps, and the movie ends saying, as long as the ice caps don't melt, we're okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not ominous at all.
Weirdly foreboding for these days.
There's a theme.
Oh my God. And then the Titanic was its first victim.
Oh my God.
It all connects. Holy crap.
Oh my God, it's a crossover. Amazing.
I have never seen The Blob, but I have seen Da Blob, the hit game for the Nintendo Wii from 2009.
Sick reference.
That's what our audience loves.
Brian, if there's an ice monster in this game, we're done for.
Ashleigh, how about you? What's your favorite? What do you got? Favorite horror movie?
It's not an old one, but it's one that I'll watch all the time. Cabin in the Woods.
No, that's a good one.
Because it does the conglomerate of all the scary movies.
I've never actually seen that, but it sounds good.
It's good.
Okay. Of all the monsters you see in Cabin in the Woods, what's the one that you were like, I would have watched the movie where they came out first?
The fucking, what was it? The one that he was talking about where it was the unicorns or something?
The mermaid?
The mermaid, yeah.
The mermaid, yes.
The mermaid, he was like, you don't want to see that mess.
Oh, God, what a majestic moment when it finally shows up. I'm sorry, spoiler alert for anyone who's never seen Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a mermaid in it?
Oh, no. There's a cabin in the woods?
It's okay. This isn't a movie review podcast.
Oh, it should be. We should. Fuck this adventure. Let's do that.
We could do a movie review podcast.
One podcast is never enough. We're going to have to branch out eventually.
2 weeks, one movie.
Wow.
Twomcast.
Twomcast.
There you go.
Twomcast. It rolls off the tongue.
That's where we just watch the same movie for 2 weeks in 5-minute increments. I like that. I like that.
Sean, hit me with your favorite movie. What do you got? Favorite's horror movie, not favorite movie.
Well, I'm going to sound basic as fuck, but it's definitely the original Halloween.
Ooh, yeah.
First two Halloweens.
Yeah.
Let's be fair, because they're part 1 and 2 of the same movie.
Part 3 is on my bucket list to watch. I know it has nothing to do with Michael Myers, and that's fantastic. Kids are dying from watching TV, if I'm remembering correctly, and their brains melt or something. I'm not sure.
Way to spoil Halloween 3.
No, but that's the plot. That's the plot. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't do a movie review podcast. Anyway.
Better than what happened after that in the Halloween series. At least until H2O. That one was pretty good.
Ooh, we could call it 2 weeks, one spoiler, and we just talk about the most relevant part at the very end of every movie.
Just ruin movies? Yeah.
Dumbledore dies.
Dumbledore dies. He's dead.
Same Twitter handle. No need to rebrand. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
It writes itself or edits itself, shoots itself, whatever a podcast does.
Shoots itself.
I'm hopeful that my favorite scary movie, or at least one of them, will become apparent and shine through over the course of tonight's events and the adventure that we're doing. Should be a good time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2 Weeks, One Shot, the tabletop RPG podcast, where we play a one-shot campaign every 2 weeks from different tabletop RPG systems. My name is Brian, aka Helix Missionary, and I will be running tonight's campaign. Joining us at the table are my fellow students, movie buffs, potential survivors, and friends. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, everybody.
Hey, it's Harold, and I know, and that, it's Harold. So move it along.
Hey, it's Alex singing a song. I'm here doing the podcast. I've shaved my beard and my head, and it's not a great look for me, but I'm making it work.
Alex, tonight's not the musical episode. We're doing that for a different special.
So we are doing a musical episode. Oh.
Every night's the musical episode.
No, Alex, we talked about this.
Fine.
I like it, Alex.
Alex, you need to wear a beret and be smoking a clove cigarette. It would be a great look right now.
Thank you.
It's true, bro. That shirt, it's working for you.
Yeah.
I'll color my face black and white. I'll be stuck in an invisible box.
I'm John. I have a baby now. Thanks.
But what else are you, John? What other facets of your personality are left?
Don't reduce yourself to fatherhood. You've got so much more to give.
No, that's all they need to know. That is all that John is these days. It's why we haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah, that's why I've been gone, man. Baby is a little older. He slept 7 hours, is the longest he ever slept last night. It was fantastic.
And as you've probably heard, we do have a bunch of special guests with us tonight. Because it's not a party until they show up. Go ahead, break the ice, guys.
I'm Derrick. I have a little podcast called How Not to DM, and Brian, who's running the game tonight, was actually one of my guests a few months ago.
Yeah.
Where we talked about all of the different games he's ran and kind of just general advice on running your own TTRPGs. So yeah, go check it out. That's How Not to DM on most podcast platforms.
Hi, I'm Ashleigh. Mostly, I just kind of hang out and do my own little thing. I stream on my own. My streamer handle is Ashleigh. It's literally my name, ASH, but with a B, so ASHBLEIGH.
Still really weird hearing you call me Brian.
It's really weird calling you Brian.
You should change your name officially.
Well, my husband's name is also Brian.
His own parents don't call him Brian. They just call him Helix. Awkward.
They don't call me at all.
Live your truth, Helix. Live your truth.
I just call him fuckboy most of the time.
Whoa.
Hi, everybody. I'm John. I don't have a kid. Get ready. This is the first time John and I have been in an episode together, so that's going to be really confusing, isn't it? I also go by Hugin. I also stream on Twitch. Hugin Plays, HUGINN, and then plays.
I always want to call you Huggin.
That's what I thought too.
So does everyone else, and still don't. Still don't do that.
I'm going to do it.
No, he's the bird, man.
Yeah, I'm a bird. Norse mythology. It's a bird.
John has a tattoo of John on his arm? That's...
Yeah, I have Hugin right here, tattooed on my arm, specifically for him.
You two Johns need to like create some differences from each other.
Okay, so like one has a kid and one doesn't.
All right, fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Both have beards.
No. This is going the wrong way.
We need differences.
If you want, I can put on some sunglasses so we're easier to tell apart.
Yeah.
Please do that for the listeners.
That'll help the audio.
I'm gonna start calling one of you guys Sunglass John, Baby John.
Hi, I'm Sean. This is my first appearance on the podcast, too.
Yeah, it is.
I don't have any particular podcasts or streaming to plug right now. I'm mainly here because I'm a college gaming buddy of Brian's and I enjoy horror movies. So looking forward to getting probably my throat slit by a crazy man with a knife.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
In the game, not outside the game. In the game, not outside the game.
Outside of the game would be much more concerning.
Yeah. Just so I want to make that clear. Okay.
Who knows what's gonna happen tonight? It's crazy wild. It's a wild night that we're having here.
I just want to shoot down the rumor that if you volunteer to guest on our podcast, you're now on a list or you're eventually going to die and get be chased down by one of us. That's false. It's not true. Come on.
Not one of us. One of our many friends.
Hold on, I do need to clarify that if you are on the podcast, you still are going to eventually die. The podcast does not grant you immortality.
What?
Alex, we changed that in the writer, dude.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm out.
It's either that or Skittles. So, you know.
For those joining us who are new to tabletop RPGs, a one-shot campaign is an adventure you play with a group of friends that begins and ends all in one sitting. Tonight's campaign will be played in Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, a fast, furious system that offers players a great time in any setting or genre. We'll be adapting some rules and ideas from East Texas University, Pinnacle's own official setting about college students discovering and facing down supernatural horrors, and maybe even passing their finals along the way. However, for tonight's game, we'll be using our own fictional college in the form of Brackley State University, a lovely school with lots of history right outside the main streets of Brackley, Rhode Island. The city is a fairly nice one, with lots of pretty farmland and forests on the outskirts, but it does have some creepiness about it. You might compare it to a little town in Massachusetts called Arkham. We'll get into all that soon enough. For now, orientation is over, the fall semester is well underway, and we've got a nice night out tonight. So ready, steady, roll. Tonight's adventure is titled Mischief Night. The night goes by different names in different regions. Gate Night, Moving Night, Devil's Night, Cabbage Night. For many people, it's simply October 30th, or if you're feeling cheeky, Halloween Eve. But at Brackley State University, there's a long-running tradition and a single name that every student and every citizen of Brackley at large knows: Mischief Night. Brackley is nestled in the heart of Rhode Island, surrounded by farmland, forests, a river, and a swamp, like any good town would be. It's not so different from most New England college towns on the surface, but there is something about it. Strange things happen in Brackley sometimes, although nobody really talks about it. But we're not here for all of Brackley, we're here for the State University and for the tradition they have. Mischief Night is normally a day for autumn events and general fun had by all. But this year, Mischief Night is special. No, it isn't a blood moon or blue moon or even a full moon or new moon. It's a Saturday. Monday morning classes mean that Halloween night, Sunday night, is less optimal for partying, so all the celebrations for both holidays are happening tonight. Campus security is on the lookout for any pranks that get out of hand. The film club has the campus movie theater set up for a 36-hour horror classic marathon. The fraternities and sororities and every house on Senior Ave have been stocking up on drinks, and there's an open invitation to anyone who wants to show up. So where, on this most mischievous of nights, do we find you?
Well, on tonight's night, that's right, it's me, Pedro Zavaleta, roaming the streets, looking for a good time, taking a break from the computer lab, looking for a party, looking to unwind a little bit. Just, I got tired of pressing Control Z and telling people to shut it off and on. Need a little break.
Is that what Pedro has found himself having to do up until he's getting in on the party scene? He's been at the lab.
I'm roaming the streets, looking for a fun time on Mischief Night.
Roaming the streets? What sort of a fun night does Pedro have in mind?
Well, Pedro's got a drinking problem. No, he doesn't.
That doesn't come until junior year.
Yeah. It's too soon. Pedro's trying to gain a leg up on his freshman 15, so anything he can do to maybe find a good buffet or even, maybe some drinks. Well, Pedro's not going to turn down a free smorgasbord.
All right, yeah. So Pedro's been wandering around. As we introduce our characters, one thing I want to do is do sort of a quick encounter here to sort of set the pacing for things. And what that means is that in Savage Worlds, we're going to have just a regular old quick encounter, nothing violent, nothing dangerous for your characters just yet, probably. But you're going to go ahead and just make a roll with any trait form. You get to decide which one based on what your character is up to and what they've been doing. Maybe if you're, hanging out with someone else that you would make a roll together or support one another. Go ahead, make one of your trait rolls to represent what Pedro's been up to so far.
For the uninitiated that haven't played Savage Worlds in a couple of months, am I making traits, agility, smart, spirit, strength, vigor? Or are we looking at skills? Is that what
So those are your attributes, then skills are also traits. They're all traits. Trait in Savage Worlds is sort of the catch-all for all of the things your character can do, all of the roles that you would normally be making.
Pedro is going to make a notice roll.
All
because
right.
he's looking around. He's trying to keep an eye out
For the buffet.
So here we go.
He's cruising for a party. He's looking for where the drinks and food are at.
Oh, that's a 3. And the wild die, right?
Yep, also roll your wild die, which is your d6 on the side.
3 and a 5.
3 and a 5, all right. So you take the higher, you take the 5, that is a success. And yeah, Pedro, you go cruising around a little bit, and you're pretty sure that you have found the most poppin' place to get a good drink and some eats. Is gonna be the partying on Senior Ave. It's sort of like one big block party type situation going on.
All right.
With, Senior Ave is where, most of the really, nice dorms are that typically only the seniors can get into. So that's where that's going on. There's sort of apartment or townhouse style setups, a lot of them. But you've also got a couple of the houses that are for like the fraternities or some of the clubs or sports teams, you know, that have their own places to be bonding and living together and all that. But it's definitely party central tonight.
I wouldn't worry because Pedro's gone around and reset plenty of routers for these guys. So he's known. He's known to be able to get in.
Oh yeah, he's got the in. Who else do we have wandering the campus?
Well, while Pedro was around looking for the best party in order to find best buffet, he probably noticed a car driving around, bopping between the different houses on Senior Ave, a beat up old Subaru with a scrawny guy in the driver's seat, because that's where Tam Hottie's been all night. He's not the life of the party, but he is the blood because he's got all the booze. He's been bouncing back and forth between parties all night, dropping off booze, snacks, and occasional recreational substances.
Party favors, we'll call them.
Party favors is a great term for it.
All right, yeah. So Tam's been doing a little bit of
entrepreneurship,
or goodwill, building goodwill with the community and potential clientele. So go ahead and give me a roll for Tam and what he's been up to, how he's been doing so far.
I think I'm gonna roll persuasion to get in good with some of the seniors who he's trying to make an impression with. Looks like that's going to be a 4.
All right, so the 4 is again a success. Tam's making some pretty good headway. He's definitely got some goodwill curried with some of the folks around. They're very happy to have him helping with the supply of things and, topping off cases of beer and filling up fridges and helping everyone, unwind on a Saturday night, however they may please.
I know a guy at the local liquor store who doesn't card.
Who else we got?
Chad was at the senior block party, but he gets a premonition. He's walking through. He's like pretty fucked up already. It's like, it's how he is. He's walking by and he gives a sniff in the air. He goes, "Bro, it smells like dweeb in here." So he's heading out as Pedro's heading in, and he's headed to the film night. If you don't mind, I'm gonna give a vigor roll to see how well Chad is holding his liquor currently.
That's fair. That seems like a reasonable role to go with if Chad is this far along already in the night.
That is a 6 and a 2, so 6 total.
All right, 6. That is a good success there. So yeah, he's holding it. He's feeling something. He's feeling good. He's feeling good on a Saturday night, and that's how Chad is doing right now.
All right, and with Chad, it's Brock the Rock Edison. That's right, named after the main man himself, invented gravity, whatever. And, we've been partying for a while, and I know that we have to get the extra credit to go to the film thing, so I guess we're there.
You're heading over for the film festival?
Yes.
He said film thing, specifically.
Well, film showing, film thing, yeah.
Brock, as we arrive at the film place, is noticing that there is only one pig in a blanket left, and he's not about to let this dweeb get it from him, so he's gonna roll in for intimidation.
Nice.
All right, go ahead. Spook him off so that you get that pig in a blanket, boy.
All right, that is a 10 total.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. The guy, it was actually like a junior who was going up for this pig in a blanket, but when Brock steps up and just like eyes him down, he's like, no, man, you can have it. There you go. That's yours, man. That's all you. So you guys are headed off to the movie theater for the film showing. The movie theater on campus is like right down at the end of Senior Ave. So it's definitely experiencing some of the spillover from the party scene. And everyone's very excited for that to be getting underway.
Hi. My name is Alex. Hi, I'm Alex. Alexander Grotankaroo III. Grotankaroo is not my real last name, of course. I changed it around the time I became president of the on-campus anime committee. The committee is committed to the preservation and proliferation of anime and manga culture around the world-aroo. Yeah, it's really strange, for a freshman to be like the president of like a committee like this, but like it's I'm just so passionate about the culture and the medium of anime. And, I did create the committee myself, so that really did help quite a lot.
One might say that the only way a freshman would be the president of the anime committee is if he had made it himself and somehow roped in just enough people to make it a valid club.
Yeah, I'm filthy rich. My parents are incredibly wealthy. They're involved in the petroleum industries of several levels, and they're donors of the university, among other things. And but I try to keep it pretty humble. I live in one of the more less auspicious dorms on Senior Avenue. I do have my own room. I did keep the bunk beds. I do use both bunk beds. But I do usually just have them. One has my manga, the other one's have the waifus. It's 2010, right? Waifus haven't really caught on, but your kids are gonna love it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
This night, I think I'm probably out on Senior Avenue, probably hanging out with some of the older kids in student government, of course, where the real movers and shakers are. And for my quick encounter roll, I'd like to roll a persuasion to convince whatever young female made the unfortunate mistake of trying to speak to me. And I want to roll a persuasion to convince them that Inuyasha is the most atrocious anime to ever been created. Animal ears are dumb. That will never catch up. That is stupid. No one's ever going to think that's cool.
That is a bold stance for a weeaboo to take. Back here, as mentioned, in the distant past of the early 2010s era.
This is 2010, right?
Yeah, roughly. Somewhere around there.
Can I get you to say Worldaroo one more time?
Worldaroo.
Chad grips his chest. He's like, the dweeb, dude. It's overwhelming. He's passing out on the steps.
It's Halloween, so I probably dressed like my favorite character, Afro Samurai from Afro Samurai.
Oh, wait, no, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna.
No, it's very tasteful. It's 2010.
No, it's not.
I'm dying. I'm fucking dying over here.
Just roll persuasion for this poor girl whose night is about to be ruined either way.
I rolled a 1.
That sounds about right.
Roll the wild die.
Okay.
D6.
Okay.
D6 for the wild.
Alrighty. Here it goes. It's a 6.
Get your D6. Hey, there you go. Normally I would call for you to roll that again and add it on, but this is a quick encounter. It doesn't really matter. She doesn't seem to really get what you're talking about beyond you have happened to find one girl who actually watched Inuyasha some when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows the name. She's not really sure what your points that you're making are,
Mm-hmm.
but she's sort of nodding along. You're not making a complete ass out of yourself, just as much of one as normal. So it's fine.
Okay. That's probably for the best.
Oh my God. Who else do we have?
Who dares?
Do we have anyone who isn't that? Who isn't what we just heard about?
Isak Sagratsu is a foreign exchange student, or he's moved to the U.S. to go to school. His parents have saved up a bunch of money over a long period of time and sent him here for school. He also got a chess scholarship, so he's on the chess team, and he is probably closing down shop at Madame Savoie's. So yeah, he's closing down shop, locking up. Good night, Madame Savoie. I will see you Monday. Yeah, I'll see you Monday. Good night. Bye. Locks it up. Then he's probably just gotta drive home, and I'm imagining he just sees the spectacle and is trying to dodge, all the kids around trick-or-treating and whatnot while he's driving home.
Does Isak have any plans to be heading over to the party scene?
I'll bet you Madame Savoie's is plastered with posters on the front about all of the stuff that's happening, right?
Oh, absolutely.
He probably saw a few posters about big parties that were happening and that movie, the movie night and stuff. So I'm sure his interest is piqued, and mostly I just don't want to go back to my dorm room because my roommate is awful. So
that's fair.
He's probably going to look for somewhere else to go first before he has to go home.
He slides into the extremely inconvenient freshman student parking and then walks towards Senior Ave instead of towards his own dorm.
I like this idea that Isak is at that peak college experience where you're roommate goes from being your friend to being your worst enemy, like about 6 months in.
Sometimes it doesn't take that long.
He's always stealing my food. Yeah, my mother, she sent me some very nice baklava, and he's always eating it, takes it from under my bed, and it makes me very angry.
What's the baklava doing under the bed? I'm not going to ask. Never mind.
Well, it's shelf stable.
Freshman, man.
Well, it probably didn't used to be under the bed, but he was hiding it.
It's a cool, dry place to keep it.
It's a great place for baklava.
Yeah, that's where I keep it, so he doesn't touch it, you know. Anyway, yeah, just driving home and park and I head up Senior Avenue looking for party. You know, I see these movies when I'm a kid about the American party, Animal House, you know, classics. So this is maybe a good experience for me to go and learn a little bit about the American party life. Yeah.
Excellent.
I love it.
I'll do notice because I'm looking for like the craziest party because, you know, I want to go and take some pictures with my nice digital camera I've got and post them on Facebook later to show all my friends back home that I was at a real American party.
Man, Facebook was great in 2010, wasn't it?
Oh, it was so cool, man.
Right. So cool. So cool.
A 4 and a 1.
That's good enough. So yeah, you're able to definitely, you know, chat up some folks and figure out where the good party scene is going to be at. You're ending up in pretty much the same place that Pedro and Alex Grotankaru and Tam are at. You're all sort of in that same, it's not necessarily like a single house that you're all in, but you're in definitely like roughly the same area.
Proximity, yeah. If I see someone with a sword, I might probably talk to that person, to be honest.
That'd be me.
Does Alex Grotankaru have a sword on him?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Halloween.
He's got a katana from the mall.
I mean, if he's dressed as Afro Samurai.
Yeah, and I did come as Afro Samurai.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Of course, as part of your very tasteful Afro Samurai cosplay,
Yeah.
you would have your katana from the mall.
It's early on cosplay too, so you know it's mostly just like a bathrobe, but the samurai sword, the katana, is like on point.
He believes and knows in his heart that it is authentic.
Yeah.
It's absolutely authentic from the mall, from the old mall, not the new one, the old.
So Isak probably thinks he's doing a bit or something, you know, like, oh, this is classic. I see this guy is dressed like samurai, you know, they dress in togas and all this crazy stuff. I'm going to talk to him. He seems interesting.
I'm deadly serious.
Or Isaac.
All right. Do we have one more fateful freshman wandering around the premises?
Yeah, Becky is the party.
Becky is the party.
Damn.
She is the party, yeah. She's hanging out with her sorority Delta Delta Gamma, or as she calls them, Duck Duck Goose.
Makes sense.
But she's just hanging out with them. She helped set some things up as she is one of the low men on the totem pole for the sorority. She's already made pledge, but she's there. She's ready to party. She's so happy. She's probably had some drinks, to be completely honest.
I mean, we don't advocate underage drinking here,
But
but
we all did it.
But we all did it, yeah.
We all did it.
Chad does. Chad advocates underage drinking.
but it's a big part of, like, you know, the slasher film genre. So, you know, it was gonna show up.
We also don't advocate killing people with knives and hunting them down in the night.
Hey, speak for yourself, all right?
All we'll say is there's a lot of things that are gonna happen tonight that do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Two'scast. Becky is having some fun. She's helping the sisters get everything set up. I imagine that the Delta House is definitely part of, like, the main party scene going on. Like, it's definitely in that area, not necessarily like the building where the others on the party scene are at, but definitely in that area as things are unfolding. What trait role would you like to make for Becky as to what she's been up to so far tonight?
Spirit, if I could do that.
Absolutely. You gotta have a lot of spirit when you're in the Gamma Gamma Deltas.
Hell yeah, you do.
Or Delta Delta Gammas. I already fucked it up.
It's fine. I fucked it up a lot of times. Whoop. Where'd my die go? 4.
All right. Becky has a lot of spirit, and everyone's super excited about it. Everybody's super pumped. All the sisters are having a good time. Everyone is very, very, you know, excited for Mischief Night to be unfolding. And unfold it does. It is rocking. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's having a good time. Drinks all around, food all around. You know, substances. It's happening. The movies at the movie theater are a good time. They're starting off strong with some of the classics, and then you know, as time goes on, they're gonna keep working through maybe a couple lesser known things in the wee hours. But for right now, it's, you know, classics everybody knows and loves. Everyone's having a good time until they're not.
Hey everybody, it's me, Alex. The actual Alex, not whatever Harold is playing this adventure. So we're doing a Halloween special for October, and I really hope you all enjoy listening to it as much as we enjoyed playing it because, as you heard in our very spooky intro, we're doing this all month. That's right, we'll be releasing an episode from this adventure every single week in October. We're still busy working on Season 2 behind the scenes, but we just could not miss out on some Halloween fun. So, while I got you here, why not do a few shout-outs? First and foremost, we have so many guests on this adventure, and you should check out a few of their productions. Derrick from How Not to DM is here with us. You can check his show out at linktr.com/HN2DM. That's linktr.com/HN2DM. Derrick interviews different DMs and creators in the tabletop RPG community so other players can learn to improve their games and to help make the community better overall. Right after you finish this episode, you should really go listen to How Not to DM. We also have John, or Hugin, joining us. You can find him at twitch.tv/HuginPlays. That's twitch.tv/HUGINN plays. And of course, Ashleigh, who is also a streamer at twitch.tv/Ashleigh. That's twitch.tv/ASHBLEIGH. Some quick love over to rolemusic for this adventure's theme song titled The Black Kitty, One Man Symphony for the additional scene music throughout the episode, and Indie Bear Music, who provided that great John Carpenter-esque track you've heard throughout the episode. Also, to the contributors at freesound.org for all the sound effects and ambient noises you're hearing. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching TwoScast. That's TWOScast. And be sure to use the hashtag TwoScast to say hello. And hey, while you're at it, go ahead and tell your friends about us. We don't do any paid advertising right now, so really word of mouth is the best tool to help us grow. Like I said earlier, we're doing this thing all month, so be sure to tune in for the next episode on October 12th. Okay, let's head back into this increasingly stabby adventure. Jeez, who was that guy in the intro, by the way? He sure was spooky.
I need to know who among you took a hindrance in for your characters in Savage Worlds. Obviously, hindrances are your little sort of flaws or things about your characters that are potential setbacks or causes of conflict or strife or trouble. Who among you took a little hindrance called Trouble Magnet?
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh,
Pedro's certainly got a attraction for danger, so yeah.
I always thought that I kind of went to the beat of my own drum, and my parents just always disagreed about that, and it seems like everybody around me did too. But I never literally you never let it hold me down, But yeah, I'm a major trouble magnet. Trouble with the ladies.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I also seem to find some trouble.
Oh yeah, that's true. Becky does, doesn't she?
Yep.
That's a lot of trouble magnets.
The five of you who are at the party scene.
Sup?
I'd like the five of you to all give me notice tests at -1. So there's a -1 penalty to your die roll, and that is on both dice, both on the regular die that you roll that is your notice die, as well as the wild die.
Ooh. Wild die of 5, so it's a 4.
Got a 5.
I have a notice of a die 4. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Okay, so that's also a 4 total for you.
So Tam rolls 2, so...
Oh, Tam's busy.
Yeah, he's distracted. He's demonstrating some product. And there's a lot of smoke around his head right now. Good stuff, man, you know?
That's fair. And Becky? What did Becky get on notice?
Becky got a 1 on her notice die and a 4 on the wild.
A 1 on the notice die and a 4 on the wild. So with the -1 modifier, that does mean it's a 3.
What does a hindrance like trouble magnet mean?
Trouble magnet basically means what it says on the tin of you're a magnet for trouble. And when trouble is out there, it has a tendency to come down on you first and foremost. It might mean little things like when I need to determine who bad things happen to, it'll probably be you guys first.
But you encouraged me to take that hindrance. No,
I did, because it's fun. It's fun for me.
I think you did that to me too.
I love it when people take hindrances like this. Becky and Tam are really none the wiser. They're hanging out. They're just having a good time. They're just enjoying themselves. However, Pedro, Alex, and Isak, the three of you, as the party is unfolding and you're, hanging out, you're having drinks, you're walking around, you start to notice that there's a lot of people in costumes. There's a lot of people wearing like costumes and, masks, outfits, whatever tonight. But you notice that there's several people who appear to be wearing like, you assume that it's supposed to be like a group costume where they all sort of go together, but you're not really sure what it is or what it's supposed to be, because it mostly looks like you're just noticing a bunch of people throughout the night who are wearing these like really sort of bulky, oversized robes, like full body robes, not like Alex's bathrobe, but like, the sort of smock style with like maybe like a thin belt to sort of keep it gathered a little bit. But they're wearing just these oversized robes in matte colors, and they have on masks that are like completely faceless. They're like featureless, just plain masks in matching colors to those robes. As the night goes on and you're moving around and you're, noticing different people at different places in the partying areas, you're noticing that going on. And in particular, those of you with the trouble magnet hindrance are pretty sure you've caught on to being followed. It seems like every time you turn around, you're seeing at least, 1 or 2 of them there in your vision. And anyone, I believe Becky has trouble magnet, but she didn't notice this, but you would potentially notice that as well, that, there seem to be like hanging around some people, like, the girl over there and Alex Rutankaroo, and, just kind of strange that there definitely seem to always be there.
Oh, that's so strange. So strange. Maybe they're interested in my high-end mall katana. I grabbed the hilt in wary anticipation.
Yeah, it seems like old Pedro here is not the only one looking for a good buffet, but they'll have to wait in line.
Probably look at Alex and, Alex, is this some sort of well-known costume that happens? I'm not familiar with this dress they are wearing.
I don't know. I assume by 2010 we've fallen into the habit of wearing the costume of whatever big movie had come out in the summer of that same year.
Yeah.
I don't remember this look from any movie.
Nice. Very strange.
So Alex, or I should say Harold, who's playing Alex, it's gonna be confusing.
I know.
Every time you say Alex, I am not recognizing it.
I'm getting fucked up over it.
Grotankaroo, as much as I hate using that to refer to you, but
Grotankaroo!
It'll work. Grotankaroo, when you grab at the hilt of your katana, you notice that definitely a couple of the masked figures near you are like, they seem to get a little bit on edge. You see one of them like reach sort of like inside. They've got like, the robes have like the big baggy voluminous sleeves, and you see him like, it sort of like starts to reach into the sleeve with one hand, and then like the figure next to it just puts a hand on their shoulder and they stop for a moment. But they definitely, when you make that move, they seem to be pretty on edge.
Whoa, I say to Isak, my new friend, who I assume is now my best friend. 9/11 was only 9 years ago. I am well aware in this time era that if I see something, I say something. I'm going to say to Isaac, man, I think something weird's happening tonight. I'm worried that maybe one of the frats is going to like do something. I don't want to get like egged or anything like that. Maybe we should go find like a professor or something.
Yeah, I have heard of these pranks that they do on this night. Yeah, wait, do you know professors?
Oh yeah, I'm not like a good student or anything like that, but my parents donate to the school, so like me and Dr. Abernathy, he's like kind of big in the anthropology. He's a good friend of mine. He likes to party sometimes with the college students. I bet he's around here somewhere.
I know him. I am anthropology student.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know him, but if you know him, maybe you make an introduction. Anyway, yeah, let's go.
He's actually the sponsor for the anime committee. The dude loves anime girls. It's crazy.
Wow. Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, let's go talk to him.
So you guys are heading out from the party to head over toward Dr. Abernathy's house, huh?
Probably.
Yes, let's do that.
Isak and Alex are headed that way. Pedro, are you trying to shake these figures who have been watching you, or are you just chilling in the party life?
I'm not getting the most buffet-centric kind of feeling from this party here, so I might actually head out myself, and really noticing one individual wearing a bathrobe and a samurai sword, dressed differently from the rest of these folks. I might assume he might know where to get some snacks. So I'm gonna head on over and kind of see what this guy's all about.
What do you want, dweeb?
Oh shit.
It seems like our characters are too similar. There could be only one.
They're infighting now.
This block party isn't big enough for the both of us.
There can only be one Alex.
Let's jump over to Chad and Brock at the movies, actually, because there is something cooking up there as well. Chad and Brock, you are...
Yeah, bro, what's up?
Probably sort of in the back of the theater. You headed over after doing some partying. There may not be that many of the good seats left. There's a few right down in front, but there's a few sort of in the back, and that's probably where you guys have ended up at. And I'd like a notice test from each of you real quick as well.
Right.
No penalty, just flat notice?
We'll do this one as a flat notice.
Ooh. 9 with 1 race.
Ooh.
That is a 5.
All right. You're both watching the movie and it's gearing up towards the climax of this film. There's all sorts of spooks and shocks happening. Some girl is running around screaming her head off because, that's what happens at the climax of this one. We'll say this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that you're watching. And it's that scene toward the end that if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, where there's like non-stop the girl screaming her head off for way too long. Amidst all the screaming, you hear a scream that both of you are pretty sure, like, at first it's just like, oh, okay, more screaming is part of the movie. But then both of you, like, in your minds, you realize, like, wait a minute, no, that was a different scream. And Brock, you're fairly certain that it came from, like, the bathroom off, like, sort of, it's a little ways down the hall from, like, the lobby of the movie theater.
Yo, Brock, do you hear that, bro?
I think they might be showing something else in the bathroom.
Yo, dude. Secret movie night in the bathroom? Let's go, dude. Chad is out of the theater to the bathroom.
Secret bathroom movie?
We're all gonna get so murdered.
Oh my god.
Chad has the impulsive hindrance, so he's immediately on the way to the bathroom. Yo, Brock, come on, secret movie night, bro.
Straight after Chad, Brock goes.
All right. Jumping over to Tam and Becky, who will say, by the power of the fates, have found themselves together because Tam is still sampling the merchandise and showing people how it works and helping everyone have a good time.
I brought another kegger around. If Becky's helped setting up, I'm sure she's helping carry some of the cases in.
Hell yeah.
Becky is there to help with the setup, yeah. The houses here don't really have their own garages for students to park their cars or anything, but they've got side areas and side rooms and things like that. Some of these were converted from regular homes that were built here at one point. And you guys find yourselves in there, and rather suddenly, as you're setting up the keg and, just maybe chatting a little bit, you hear the sound of the door to the room opening and closing. And when you look over, you see one of these masked figures standing there with a rather ominous sort of looming aura about them.
Hey, bro, you're gonna have to give us a couple minutes, man. We're not quite set up yet.
The figure, it sort of cocks its head to the side. It has that featureless mask on, So it's impossible to see what sort of expression it would have, if any.
Does it do the horror film headcock thing, the heavy metal bassist thing?
I mean, no, it's not like an unnatural, like off to the side. It's just sort of like that curious twisting of the head, looking at you sort of funny, like you said something that's amusing or doesn't make sense. And as it's standing there and looking at the two of you, you see it slowly reach into the sleeve of one arm. And when the hand comes back out, it is holding a rather beat up and nasty looking claw hammer in one hand.
Oh, you're here to hang the stuff over off the house, right?
Meanwhile, Grotankuru, Isak, and Pedro had left the house, and you guys started walking away from the party scene a little bit. Dr. Newell's house is not on Senior Ave. It's elsewhere on campus. So you're leaving some of the lights and bustle a little bit. You're just like moving between houses when from the shadows in front of you steps out one of these masked figures. And then if you pause or look around at all, two of them are also behind you.
Oh, man.
And all three of them are reaching into their sleeves and do pull out similar instruments of not anything that would like immediately be, oh my God, it's a weapon, but like definitely capable of being a weapon in the right hands.
Nandato.
This roommate that keeps stealing your baklava, how much did he love the baklava?
I mean, he steals most of it, but I don't think he would try to kill me because I'm the source of the baklava, you know.
It goes, yeah, I get it. Oh, shit.
Isak's gonna, number one, pull out his necklace with the evil eye on it. He's trying to like ward them off a little bit, just to see if they're supernatural. Mm-hmm. And then he's also gonna try to reach in and grab his digital camera just in case he needs to like try to do something with it.
Oh, well.
All right, yeah, definitely.
Do you have a separate camera from your phone, right? Because it's 2010?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Classic.
Or Isak just rolls that way.
Remember that gray period when like all of our technology kind of sucked at the same level?
I think I probably got a Nokia brick, to be honest. Like, it's a little older, you know? Yeah.
Isak strikes me as like Nokia brick and digital camera.
Yeah.
I had a smartphone in 2010. I'm looking at movies that came out that year. I totally had a smartphone.
There were smartphones in 2010.
I think you're pushing back way too far in the tech for 2010.
It's all blur to me. It's all blur.
So as that's happening, the three of you are sort of surrounded. Over in the movie theater, Chad and Brock, you are running to this bathroom where obviously a secret movie is playing.
Clearly, man.
Clearly.
I hesitate to ask because I feel like I know the answer, but would you describe Chad and Brock's entrance to the bathroom as subtle in any way?
Oh, no.
Fuck no.
I had a feeling, yeah. So the two of you...
Wait, which bathroom is it? Is it the men's room or the women's room?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter, but it lacks subtlety in different ways.
Well, no, because we just think there's a movie. It doesn't matter whose bathroom it is. It's obviously a secret movie night, so it's totally fine, no matter which bathroom.
That's true. Chad swings the door open and he's like, bro, this is the cops. What's the secret movie night? He does have finger guns up.
Oh, okay, he's got the finger guns up.
Yeah.
It's the men's bathroom door. You slam it open, you step in, and I am going to need to call for a fear test from each of you, a fear check.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Which is going to be a spirit test.
Ooh,
and it's
right.
at a -2 penalty.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
All right.
Oh, I got a 9.
So I also got a 9.
Chad and Brock fear nothing.
Aw, man.
We're too loaded to like really think about it.
This is going to be a pretty boring Halloween episode if you guys pass all the fear checks. Oh, well. So neither of you are like totally stunned or have like fear effects. Your fight or flight isn't necessarily kicking into overdrive, but you definitely are met with a grisly scene that you would not expect from surprise bathroom movies. Because the first thing you notice when you come into the bathroom is like the tile wall at that end of the bathroom is real red and the rest of it really isn't. That's not right. And then your eyes might take in the body of a young man lying sort of crumpled in the corner of the bathroom there. But the main focus that you would come to is the figure that is standing over that body. It is a very large man. Like, well over 6 feet, nearly 7 feet tall, and very, very heavily built. Lots of muscle and just weight on this figure. At first, you're not positive what it is that they're wearing, but as they start to turn around, you are fairly certain that what you're seeing is someone wearing very old, outdated fireman's equipment. like an old fireman's outfit. But it doesn't seem like it's helped them because this figure is horrifically scarred and burned. You can see the like blackened split skin across their forearms and across gaps in the suit where it has apparently burned or been split away. Their whole outfit is like sooty and stained and covered in obvious signs of having been through some raging, terrible fire. And when they turn to face you, they are indeed wearing, likewise, a very old, outdated style of a full oxygen mask. Neither of your characters would immediately recognize exactly what it is or when it's from, but it very clearly looks old and does completely mask the face, but you're positive that you're looking at someone in like this very old fireman's outfit, and they are indeed clutching in one hand a fire axe that is dripping blood as they turn around to face you.
Bro, I think they're filming a movie in here.
Oh. Wait, can we be in the movie?
You guys need some extras?
As you ask that, the figure steps forward and is not moving quickly, but is moving very determinedly in your direction, clutching this axe, and starts to raise it a little bit.
Dude, you can just say no, man. We just like back out of the bathroom there.
You're just like starting to step backwards.
Yeah, we're like, fine, dude, okay. You won't be in the fucking movie.
So wait, did none of us decide to be the character in the movie that is like really ambitious and committed to staying alive?
No.
Not in the slightest.
Oh man.
God, I forgot this is a game about millennials. None of you care.
It's going to be a short episode.
I mean, we're all gonna be dead soon anyway, right? Sure.
So let's jump back to the first people that we saw, Becky and Tam. Becky, you have trouble magnets, so you're the one that's taken the swing at him, as Becky is asking about if this guy is here to help hang up the posters, was it? Help hang something up with the hammer? You're getting swung on, Becky, and I need to know, what is your parry?
2.
Well, we changed your character around a little bit today because we were adjusting some things. What is Becky's fighting skill?
Fighting, D6.
Then your parry would be 5, not 2.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That said, the figure does come in swinging. They sort of like, they step up as you're standing there and asking this, and they just like suddenly step forward and swing the hammer right at Becky. What is Becky's toughness?
4.
I think you also bumped your vigor, so your toughness should be 5.
Did I? Oh shit, yeah, I did.
They come in swinging at Becky, and Becky doesn't really like get out of the way so much as the figure like swings in, and it's just a bad swing. They overstepped. They end up sort of like punching you in the shoulder more than hitting you with the claw hammer. But it is very clear that they were swinging with intent to harm you.
Whoa, dude, hey!
Whoa, bro,
Chill out.
dude.
He seems to have no intention of chilling.
Oh, fuck.
Harold, I hate your Zoom background so much. Get me off of there, please.
What is that?
Wasn't he so attractive?
Is that you, Alex?
Look at the suppleness of those lips.
I just learned mohawks.
Look at the hair.
Dude, the faux hawk. What a look.
The faux hawk. He's so young, if I could only warn him of what was to come.
World-aroo.